part one of this video series, I showed you how to build an outgoing webhook using Zoho CRM. Hi, I'm Zach Spader with Cornerstone Solutions, and today we're going to complete part two of our series on webhooks in Zoho by showing you how to build an incoming webhook listener using Zoho Flow. Okay, I'm in Zoho Flow. I'm going to go ahead and create a new flow and give it a name. I'm just going to call it incoming webhook and hit create. I have a couple different options. In other videos, I've showed you how to create flows using apps. Today, we're going to choose the webhook option. And so this webhook option is the trigger for our flow. So when a webhook is received, this flow will trigger. So I'm going to go ahead and hit configure on the webhook option. Okay, this is where we choose our payload format. You'll remember in video one or part one of this series, we talked about how you can choose the payload format that your outgoing webhook sends. This is where you choose that payload format. So in this particular case, I'm going to go ahead and choose the form data option. And then below that, configure this webhook URL in your app or code. This is the URL that we used in part one of this video series. Again, every webhook sends data to a URL. This is the URL that is generated in Zoho Flow. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this URL into the outgoing webhook application that we're using. And we're going to hit the next button. Now on this screen right here, we're going to test our webhook by making sure that it is receiving the data that we're sending from the test application. And so I'm going to go ahead and fire the outgoing webhook from the CRM, and then we're going to see what the data looks like when it comes into Zoho Flow here. So before we actually trigger the outgoing webhook, we need to put this in test mode. So I'm going to go ahead and click test. And now the listener is waiting for a test webhook to come over. So I'm going to go ahead and trigger this from my application. And you can see that the webhook is received. And my three fields that I'm sending over, first name, last name, and email address, are present in the payload here. So I have the F name, L name, and the email that we set up in the first part of this video series. And I can see that that data came over. So this was successful. I'm just going to show you one more step. Once you've verified that the webhook data is coming over, you click done in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen here, and your webhook trigger is completely set up now. Now, if you want to connect other applications, like let's say that you want to push this over to QuickBooks. And you want to create a customer record when this is created. I'll just drop this action in here. And you can see when I drop this action in here that over on the right-hand side, I have my incoming webhook, and I can choose from the fields in this incoming webhook here to map into my other application. So it doesn't have to be QuickBooks, it could be any application, Constant Contact, anything that you want to push data into that connects with Zoho Flow. You can push data from your webhook into that application. So part one of the series, we showed you how to set up an outgoing webhook. Part two of the series, we showed you how to set up an incoming webhook listener using Zoho Flow. Hope this video series has been helpful for you.
If you found this video helpful, be sure to like it and leave us a comment. You can also subscribe to our channel and click the bell next to the subscribe button to be notified of new videos. If you want to learn more about Zoho or would like help with anything Zoho related, head on over to our website at zcrmhelp.com to connect with us. Thanks for watching.